So good morning, everybody, and welcome to our final webinar in the FM series for 2025. So data analytics and job management for contract delivery is what we'll be discussing today. I'm Amber Hart. I'm account director here at Totalmobile, and I'm joined by Colin Challenger, one of our principal solutions specialists. Today we're going to be exploring how field service management and data analytics are transforming the facilities management contract delivery. And we're going to be talking around the FM sector and digital transformation, what real-time analytics matter, why real-time analytics matter in FM. And then going to be talking about field service management in FM, SLA and performance analytics, and we'll then be handing over to Colin to conduct a demonstration for us, and then there will be some takeaway messages and the opportunity for you guys to ask any questions at the end. So let's start by looking at the big picture for facilities management here in the UK. So the outsourced FM market is currently valued at 49 billion per year, which is a huge figure. And it's not slowing down. It's predicted that by 2028, we're expecting that number to reach somewhere between 52 and 54 million pounds, which is a huge opportunity for innovation and growth in our sector. But what's really driving that expansion? So one of the biggest trends is integrated FM, or IFM, as you guys will know. This approach now accounts for about 40% of the total market. And the reason for that is that organisations want more than just basic service delivery. They're actually looking to FM providers for data interrogation, performance transparency, and what clients actually want to see is how their contracts are performing in real time, and they want the actual data to back that up. Digital maturity is becoming absolutely critical. It's 70% of FM leaders say that digital reporting and analytics directly influence whether a contract gets renewed or not. So if you're investing in digital tools and analytics, you're actually at risk of falling behind if you're not doing that. And then there's sustainability. So obviously we all know how much of a hot topic sustainability is. It's no longer a nice to have. It's front and centre in pretty much every major FM bid. Over 80% of large contracts now require measurable, sustainable KPIs. That means things like carbon tracking or energy efficiency, ESG reporting are essential for winning and also retaining business. So as we move forward today, we need to keep in mind digital transformation isn't just about the technology. It's about meeting your client expectations, driving transparency and delivering measurable value. The FM sector is evolving, and those who embrace data and digital tools will be best positioned for success. And why is this important? So there are some key drivers and impacts of real-time analytics in FM. So SLA compliance, so that automated tracking and alerts which prevents your breaches. You've got cost and efficiency, so your data dashboards, optimizing your workforce allocation and optimizing your route planning. Customer satisfaction, so having that live feedback that improves both the end user experience but also the data that they've got access to. Sustainability, again, monitoring support, ESG reporting, risk management around predictive analytics, identifying potential equipment failures, and finally reporting, which is obviously critical for performance analytics and supporting the SLA achievement that is actually happening. And field service management in FM. So field service management adoption has grown rapidly since 2022, and it's been driven by contract compliance needs, with over 65% of FM providers now using FSM tools for work order management and SLA tracking. Field service platforms integrate work order management, IoT sensors, mobile workforce apps, and analytics to track KPIs live. And as we might know, the global FSM market is also growing as rapidly as the FM market. And the technology is now very central to how FM operations are running. Facilities management today is becoming more and more data driven, as we've been discussing. So we're seeing dynamic dashboards give real-time view of how performance is against the SLA. For example, you can instantly see percentage of jobs completed within your SLA, your mean time to resolution, asset uptime, and further sort of analytics. But it doesn't stop there. We've got predictive SLA risk scoring, where this is now using AI to help you get ahead of potential issues. Systems can flag sites or contractors that are likely to breach SLAs before it actually happens, which means you can proactively take action rather than reactively. Integrated contract reporting is another game changer. Instead of manually pulling data from different sources, you can actually aggregate that data together, making client reviews more straightforward and transparent. And we're seeing improved SLA transparency, which helps reduce your disputes and importantly boost your renewal rates by up to 18%, which is quite significant. So the move to data-driven FM, it isn't just about the technology, it's about building trust and delivering better outcomes for both providers and also clients. I just really wanted to have some sort of key takeaway messages for sort of this subject that we've gone through today. So with the purpose of these FM webinars that we've been running about is to sort of discuss sort of best practice and smarter ways to be able to work. But the days of relying on sort of manual processes and gut instinct are way behind us, and we've got tools that allow us to make some really informed decisions in real time. But what's important now is about measuring what matters. So tie every SLA into a real-time data point. Use IoT and analytics. So we have touched on sort of IoT in one of our previous sessions, and I think this is certainly it's a hot topic that a lot of people are starting to explore, but I think there are still some organizations that are quite in their infancy around IoT and the power that could actually bring. But predictive maintenance hugely outperforms reactive models. Transparency equals renewal. So as we touched on earlier on, there's quite a powerful statistic there around renewals and the importance of being able to demonstrate data for how that contract has run and having that sort of data-backed performance that allows clients to trust the FM company that they're working with. Sustainability reporting, so that energy, carbon dashboards, again, sort of strengthens any bids that you guys might be looking at. And field service intelligence integration. So unifying scheduling, maintenance, and compliance monitoring in one place, I think is really important as well. So I know we have had a couple of questions, Colin, come in. I think I just saw another couple there. So Anthony did have a question around data and the dashboards and about is it tracked by person or by task? So how that data kind of filters up.
Yeah, I've just written an answer.
Oh, have you? Oh, right, sorry.
That's fine, Amber, don't worry. The answer is both, actually. So we're tracking quite a low level of detail. So we are pretty much any interaction with a mobile device that is carried out by an engineer or an operative is recorded and date and time stamped. So that's as they progress. And the tasks that they're carrying out tend to be tasks that when we think of tasks, those are things that are being carried out within a job or within a particular visit. And all of those tasks are kind of date and time stamped as that is recorded. All of it's moved into the data platform, and then we roll that up onto KPI boards or some of our analytics tools like you saw with our field service intelligence product. So it brings together tasks and operatives using some of that presentation. But the underlying data platform has all of that there for people to analyze as well.
Perfect. And then another question around, do we have pre-existing reporting dashboards to capture things like HHSRS and upcoming hazards?
Yeah, hi Carl. Yeah, so I'm conscious that the HHSRS obviously is a very specific housing measure? The answer is yes. What we have within the platform is essentially a full HHSOS capability. That HHS capability extends to the data capture, so the full train line hazards can be captured, risk scored, and then moved into the job or asset management system. Those are then rolled up and stored against the property, and any dashboards can be created based on the HHSOS hazards. So if you're interested in, let's say, new AWABs, Cat A, B or C HHSRS scores against particular properties, that could be something you roll up onto a dashboard. And Carl, we could probably follow up with you because we have a full AWABs demo that shows the full AWABs video set that shows the HHSRS forms that are available and all the dashboards used to manage it. So we can provide that for you afterwards if you wish.
Perfect. I'll arrange for that, Carl. No problem. Leave that with me.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has any other questions that they'd like to raise now, but I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to dial into the session today. We will be continuing with these webinars into 2026, so I am just working on the programme for that now, and we're going to be looking at getting some guest speakers on some of those sessions, introducing some of our partner solutions as well. So it isn't going to be fully focused around purely product. There's going to be lots of exciting subjects that we're going to be discussing throughout 2026, so do keep an eye out on LinkedIn for that. I'm going to be releasing sort of the Q1 topics imminently, but if there are any topics specifically that you'd like to learn more about, or that you'd like us to talk about, then please do drop me an email or send me a message through LinkedIn. We'd certainly consider any subjects that you guys would like to learn more about. So thank you very much, guys, really appreciate it. And we will hopefully see you again soon. Thank you.